Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to go over how to compare fractions, decimals, and percents. So we're either going to put a less than symbol, greater than symbol, or equal to symbol in between our two numbers. So let's say we have 1/2 and 0.4. So in order to compare these two values, we need to make sure that they are both converted, or one of them is converted at least, so they're both fractions, decimals, or percents. Okay, so I'm going to show you 3 ways how to do this. So let's first convert them both into fractions. Okay, 1/2 is already a fraction, so we don't need to do that. And 0.4, that's written as 4/10, so 4/10. Okay, then we need to find the common denominator between 2 and 10. So if we look at the multiples of 2, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so on. And the multiples of 10 are 10, 20, 30, so on. Okay, right away we notice that 10 is the least common multiple. So we're going to change our denominators to 10. Okay, now we're going to look at 1/2. Looking at the denominator 2 and the denominator of 10, we can see that 2 times 5 is 10. So we need to multiply the numerator by 5 as well. So 1 times 5 is 5. Now looking at 4/10, so the tens are the same, right? Essentially 10 times 1 is 10, so 4 times 1 is 4. Right? Or you don't even need to do anything. If it's the same denominator, you can just write the same numerator. Okay, from here, we know that 5 is greater than 4. That means 5/10 is greater than 4/10. So going all the way back to our starting point, we know that 1/2 is greater than 0.4. If we had that same problem, but we wanted to convert the fraction into a decimal, we could do that as well. Okay, so we don't need to do anything to 0.4, it's already a decimal. 1/2, so we know this is 0.50 or 0.5 by memory. If you did not do that, you can just divide as well. So you could do 1 divided by 2. So 2 goes into 1 0 times. So add a 0 at a decimal point, and then add a 0 under the bar. Now 2 goes into 10 5 times. We have 10, we subtract, we end up with 0. Okay, now comparing 0.5 with 0.4, comparing these two numbers digit by digit, we see that the zeros are the same. They both have a 0 before the decimal point. So looking at the value after the decimal point, we see that 5 is greater than 4. So 0.5 is greater than 0.4. Okay, now let's look at a third way to solve this problem. Now we're going to convert both of these numbers into percentages. Okay, so if we have 1/2, let's change the denominator so it's 100. Okay, so we know that 2 times 50 is 100. If you weren't sure, you could always do 100 divided by 2. So that means we have to do 1 times 50. So 1/2 becomes 50 over 100. And that is 50%. Okay, now let's look at 0.4. To change this to a percentage, you just go from the decimal point 2 places to the right, 1, 2, and we add a 0. So this becomes 40%. Okay, so comparing 50% with 40%, 50 is greater than 40, so 50% is greater than 40%. So all three ways would lead us with a greater than symbol in between 1/2 and 0.4. If you want to see videos on just comparing two fractions, two decimals, or 2%, I do have 3 videos that you could view.